Want to take your Tai-Chi sword form and sword technique to the next level? Here are 5 secrets of the sword, which I learned from Master T.T. Liang, and they will definitely help you improve. Here are 5 secrets of the sword that I learned from Master T.T. Liang. They will help. The first secret is grip, sometimes called 3-finger grip. The grip, your hand, where it connects with the sword, that is a major junction. It's a connection point. Just like when they say a horse and a rider must become one, you and your sword must become one, and this is where you join up. So, how you grip the sword is really important. Basic 3-finger grip, it means these 3 are usually used and they have power. Thumb, middle, and ring. It doesn't mean I'm not going to hold with all 5, or I'm not going to have it touch, but those 3 are my major fingers to hold and unite with the sword. Here's a couple ideas. If I want the sword to be at a right angle with my forearm, I'm going to use all 5. If I hold with all 5, it'll make a right angle between my forearm and the sword. So I just, for that basic idea, if I want that to be at a right angle. If I want the sword to be more forward, like a stabbing action, I'm going to hold my hand like an ice cream cone, and I'm going to really use my thumb, and I'll use my ring and my little finger to elongate that, to straighten that out. I don't want to hold with all 5 and then try to straighten it, because one of these joints is not going to be happy. So I'm just going to use it like I'm holding an ice cream cone. If I want to decrease the angle, I'm going to hold it mostly with my thumb, index, and middle finger. That's going to be like a megaphone, like a trumpet. So all these like pulling techniques, instead of trying to get it to bend at the wrist, I'm just going to open my hand up. I'll open my hand, and so you can see, like the megaphone grip, 5-finger grip, ice cream cone. And that'll help you by how to change the angle, how not to hold so tight that everything gets tense, and it'll just make this a really nice live grip when you're going to use the sword. So most important secret is where the body and the inanimate object connect. Secret number 2, eye on the tip. Just like you're writing with a pen, you will look at the tip where the pen is, or you're painting, a paintbrush. You wouldn't look at your shoulder, and you wouldn't look at another place. You're focusing all your attention at the tip. When you have an opponent, you look at your opponent. When you don't have an opponent, you follow the tip with your eyes. It'll help to unify you. It'll train your eye. It'll make the movements the correct size. If I can't see it, usually it means something is not right. So if I can follow the tip with my eyes, it'll unify me. It'll make my attention all the way out. Now there's some places you look at the finger, like say shoot the goose, I look at the finger, and then as soon as the next movement comes, I'll look at the tip. And there are some movements you just simply look forward, like at the end. I'm not going to follow the tip. I am just going to look forward. But the vast majority of the time, you're going to follow the tip. It's just a really good training. The tip will become in focus. Everything else will be slightly out of focus. It's a really good meditation, and it'll unify the nose, the navel, and the tip of the sword, all as one unit. Secret number 3, waist for cutting or using the edge, leg for stabbing or using the point. So if you're going to stab, instead of just using your arm, you can use your whole body, almost like a pushing mechanic. Think about if you were really trying to push this sword through an object, a piece of wood or a car door or something like that. Not just the hand, but use your whole body, pushing forward, driving out of the legs to make the point go forward. When you're using the edge, instead of having the fulcrum be in your shoulder, you want the fulcrum in your waist. So when you're slicing and pulling and splitting, you want to use your waist, and then that'll make you have your whole body powering the sword. If you're doing the sword form, especially with a metal sword, and you're feeling a lot of fatigue and stress in your shoulder, it usually means you're not doing one of those two. Legs for stabs, waist for slices. That's number 3. Secret number 4, close to the target, then issue energy. Master Liang always said that we wanted to get close to the target and then issue energy. We didn't want to do these gigantic movements using power from way back. One thing is that the farther away, the more open I am. The close to my target, close to the target, issue. Close to the target, issue. Not these gigantic, huge movements. So his idea was it closed up your defense, it made your movement really fast and efficient, and he always talked about nicking your opponent, not stabbing all the way through them. So number 4 is close to the target, then issue energy. Secret number 5, you fight with your sword against the other person's body, not against their sword. So Master Liang would say, fight sword to body, not sword to sword. So, I mean, Hollywood has done a lot of fencing, some disservice. That whole clack, clack, and tick, tick, and all of that, that's for the audience to understand that you're fencing. But the way the sword is constructed is, the first third is dull, the second third is sharp like an axe or like a cleaver, and the last third is razor sharp. You don't want to be hitting that razor sharp edge against something that's going to be dulling it or bending it or breaking it. So one idea is this soft parry and absorbing and sticking and dodging as your defense instead of just hard blocks. And then your goal is to apply your sword to the person or the opponent or the zombie's body as opposed to the zombie's weapon. So number 5, if you're into fencing, this will really help you. Your mental attitude is you fight sword to body, not sword to sword. Those are 5 secrets of the sword. If you have any questions or comments, I will answer them. If you want to get in touch with me, you can always email me or message me. I hope this really helps. I'm going to do another one at some point, and it will be some training tips with the Tai-Chi spear. So until then, practice your sword, apply the 5 secrets, and I wish you a good practice. Thank you.